I'm on the WBC stand with Ellie Kidson from the Metamorphosis Group. So, hi Ellie, what products do WBC offer and who buys them?
Okay, so WBC offer a beautiful, stunning selection of gift packaging, visual merchandising, props, bags and accessories, and they're really tailored and designed for specialist independent food retailers and other specialist retailers. So what's fantastic about their products is the quality and the design, and they're beautifully made. They deliver within 24 hours for nearly all products, and they're quite conveniently packed for retailers because obviously they don't always have a lot of stockroom space. So they're really, I guess the whole point of their products is really to help retailers display their merchandise with power and authority and make them look visually stunning.
And so how are Metamorphosis and WBC working together?
Okay, so we're working with WBC to help them create and design a range of flexible but visually impacting fixturing, specifically for food retailing and other smaller independent retail businesses. The range that we've got here is sort of the first in the collection, as it were, and it's really, what's lovely about it is it pulls together the authenticity of kind of where the products originate from, so the food products. So you've got apple crates, you've got potato chitting trays. They look visually stunning, and so that then sets the products off to their best advantage for the retailers. So the whole idea is really to help them increase sales and present their products with authority. And I think one example, we worked with a shop called Franklin's, who are based in Lordship Lane, East Dulwich, and they saw, with minimal spend and budget, but just sort of using some of these fixturing, they saw a 14% increase on their average transaction value. So that's a really good thing, by showing products with authority, by merchandising with strength and conviction, you can create a big impact and actively drive sales. And I guess as retail specialists, we train that. So we provide training and consultancy that helps retailers plan their stores, merchandise their products, and create that customer experience that helps drive sales and create a good feeling from the customer and repeat custom.
And what are your top 3 tips for retailers in terms of visual merchandising?
Okay, so the first one is always present your products with pride. And I think, as customers, if we see that you're presenting your products with pride, we'll have trust in you and we'll be more inclined to buy from you. So, visual merchandising is hugely powerful in terms of that. We can actually, you can visually see the quality of the products. It helps tell a story about the products. So my first one is present products with pride. The second tip is to think about the customer's behaviour. So how they would naturally use those products. So, if you're having breakfast, you might have your bread and your jam, and actually by merchandising products together that naturally have that link in terms of how the customer uses them, then you can increase the average spend, but also provide your customers with an easier shopping experience so they can find things easier. The third tip is to create strong focal points. So you can do that through good presentation of products, strong visual merchandising using colour, light, but the whole idea is to draw customers through the store. So using fixtures, sort of like the tool Wilbur Giant that WBC have created, you can have a striking back wall, something that really pulls customers towards it, and in that way you get customers to shop all of your store. So the last one is create strong focal points with your displays.
I'm also joined by Arona Khan, international gift wrapping expert. So Arona, how does WBC support the independent retail sector?
They help them in a number of different ways, especially the independent retailers in the food and drink sector. And they do that by subsidising workshops that I give. I'm an independent consultant, so their customers can learn how to best use their products, which is incredibly important to maximise values. And they also have different things like discounts for members of food groups and trade associations like the Plunkett Foundation, the Guild of Fine Food. And so all of that really makes a big difference, I think, in this day and age.
And how does your expertise help WBC customers?
Well, from customer feedback, I think one of the really big things is I do the thinking for them. They're busy running their business, they're busy sourcing products, and then I help them over the next phase together with WBC. I show them how they can buy very cost effectively different products that they can use to increase their sales, of hampers especially. And I always say hampers are like puppies, they're not just for Christmas. So I show how that they can sell hampers through the year and increase their sales, improve their margins.
And so what are your 3 must-dos when putting together a gift basket or a hamper?
Well, in my opinion, the most important thing is to theme hampers and gift sets, because otherwise it looks like you've walked around your shop and you've gathered an assortment of things and thrown them into a basket. There needs to be a theme, whether it's a colour theme, whether it's product theme, and you can really have some fun with it, and you can do things to attract a customer's attention. So first of all, themes are really important. Then making sure that you arrange products properly and carefully, making sure, for instance, glass doesn't hit glass. You want to use really good quality shred to keep them apart. And also the final thing is to maximize sales and perceived value by adding great finishing touches. They can be very inexpensive, but they really increase the perceived value.
Thank you. And for more information about WBC and their products, please visit wbc.co.uk.